Welcome to Module 5. In this module, which is really one part of a two-part series, we're going to be looking at the concept, what we would call key issues or key concepts within understanding Tanakh. Now, it's very hard to identify key concepts because there are so many different things that one could particularly look at. But we're going to look at just a number of different concepts. We're going to do 6 in this module and then 6 in the next module. And those ones will hopefully unpack some of the particular concepts of the Tanakh, which then flow through the whole Tanakh and into the Newer Testament as well. I believe that in many ways the Newer Testament can't really be understood until one understands these key concepts in Tanakh itself. So that's what we're going to be looking at. That's what we're going to be exploring. Now, one other thing that one has to come to terms with very clearly in terms of looking at these concepts of key concepts is that Israelites, or the Judaism, or whatever you want to call it in terms of Tanakh, wasn't created in a day. It wasn't as if somebody came up with all these ideas and wrote Genesis chapter 1 all the way through to the end of Malachi in a day. No, we know that it was written over at least 1,000 years. That it has 2,000 years worth of history and life experience and faith connection with God behind it. What that means is that over 2,000 years of history, people's understanding, people's comprehension, people's connection with God changes. It moves, it develops. And so any concept that you say, well, that's what the Bible or that's what the Tanakh says about whatever, is really going to be a generalization. Now, I apologize for the generalization, but we have to use generalizations, otherwise we'd have to look at individual verses constantly. What I want to paint for you is rather a big picture, rather than looking at the individual detail. What I'm going to encourage you as a student to do is to look at the individual detail for yourself as you go through your own reading of Tanakh. What we're going to do in these 2 next modules is to give you that broad sweep of the concepts. And as we give you the broad sweep of the concepts, so hopefully we'll be able to help you unpack them as you do your own reading and your own study. Let's begin.